I love how when you look at it in the final film, it looks like we just sit down and talk, and in reality this takes like 45 minutes to get ready. Maybe we should have one of those overhead, you know, GoPro shots of the whole studio like they do in reality shows.
Oh, and then go.
Except today we don't have the microphone on the boom because we had it last time, and it provides great sound. I love the sound quality better than from these, but it also picks up a lot of background noise and the dog clicking on the floor and whatever else is happening in the room.
There's no dog clicking.
Last time when we had the fireplace on the projection screen, the background noise from that was in the video, so I had to cover it up.
It sounded like the fire was
Yeah,
roaring.
it sounded too much like the fire. So these are much better, and yours is rubbing against your necklace right now, so that's gonna sound really nice.
So why don't I just take it off?
Now we moved it and it's gonna be much better. Okay, I need my computer. All right, now we're good to go. The weather was horrible outside today all day long, so no shooting outside. It was just miserable, wet and terrible. So we decided to do a little Q&A session, and when we announced it just a few hours prior to shooting this, number one, some people thought it would actually be a live video, so next time we have to clarify and say specifically that it's just for the vlog. And number two, I was afraid there wouldn't be any questions because it was only a few hours, but there were questions, so
There were?
we're gonna get to those right now. Since we have Sheridon with us, user going by the name Krychu67, 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 I don't know, I think the comment is in Polish, so I think I have to read it in Polish, right? Co to za dziewczynka? Who is this girl? Who is this girl?
Honey. Oh, this girl?
Yes.
I'm Sheridon, and I'm a girl.
What
I'm
are
also
you?
150% glitter. I'm her daughter.
Whose daughter?
Her daughter. The lady's daughter, not the girl's daughter. The
lady's
lady's
daughter. You know
Well,
what?
wait. Sheridon can recap the whole first season of Stranger Things, right?
Recap it. Oh,
Let's go back to Indiana circa 1983. Just so boys in the basement chillin', play Indy. There was Lucas, there was Willie, Will, and Dustin. There was a Mike. But one night, Will goes missing while he's riding on his bike. Yikes, that's when they met me at 11. I had no hair on my head. I had been so close to dead. Courtesy of Dr. Brennan, who's...
All right, go to bed, disappear. That's another trick.
okay. Oh yeah, let's do that trick. So tonight we're gonna make Sheridon disappear, right?
Right, yes.
1, 2, 3.
All right, so let's begin. The first question is from Marta. First few questions. Marta is very curious about us, so she has more than one, which is flattering. What's your story going to US? I guess that question is for me.
You could say that. I don't mind.
Complicated. I think I should do a whole, we were planning to do a whole episode about that, right? We have something good prepared for that, so
you
I don't
can
want
still say
to
it.
reveal too much. I came here for the first time in 1998 for a summer camp. I was in an international student exchange program. I was working at the summer camp for a few months. I came back in '99 for the summer, stayed with my family in Connecticut. In 2001, I came for another camp, and by a very surprising and not so good development at that time, I stayed for good. And we will talk about that entire story in a separate episode, so I don't want to say too much. So there's a whole long story to it, and it's complicated. How did you two meet?
We met almost, I was thinking about this morning, February the 26th, I think, 2013. And we met at a photography get-together.
So,
But I was thinking, it's almost the anniversary
the
of
fifth
that.
anniversary of us meeting.
Okay, that's crazy. And I was going to post that picture on our 5th anniversary of meeting, which is funny because it's me standing there with some girls and a blob of David in the background.
Right. It's the only picture we have of us together from that day. And it was a photographers get-together. Wedding photographers are sort of tight community. Wherever you are, they always like to, you know, make a lot of parties and get together as soon as they can. So this was just like a lunch where everybody could meet new people and exchange, you know, knowledge and experiences and whatever and contacts.
And we barely talked.
We talked for like 1 minute.
At the very end.
And then sometime after that, there was another meeting. Then we started working together, and the rest is history, as they say. Are you planning in the future to go around America again? Of course.
I would love to go to the places we didn't go before. We had originally planned at some point to do the northeastern United States, like Maine and that area up to Canada. And then I really want to visit like Alaska for sure.
Alaska is a big one.
And we really weren't around Washington and Oregon and all that as much as I would like. Or also California in the forest area that we didn't really get to stay at very long.
So US is a huge country, everybody knows that, and we have a lot of destinations on our mind that we still want to go to. The first and major one that I kind of keep thinking about is Alaska, and I would really like to get there as soon as possible.
So how would you have done it now, knowing that you are a vlogger and not just a travel video person? How would you have filmed it differently?
I would film it differently because I would try to come up with a little bit of a storyline so that
like each day is
every
an adventure.
video tells something.
Like think about the time we were in the Moab and it was raining or something and there were fireworks going on, and how dramatic that would be in a video with a camping in a tent. We could do it in a tent, but we can't
go to Alaska in a tent.
We could go on our way there.
We're gonna get eaten by a bear or something.
There are methods.
There are methods?
Yes. Didn't you see that video with a Canadian guy? All he had to do was tell them that he had to go to work.
Yes,
so.
yeah, but this is still US, it's not Canada.
Yeah, that's a good point. Our bears might come out of the woods with a shotgun.
Yeah. One big destination on our mind that we were hoping to do in 2017, it never happened, is that Canadian super remote town of Churchill, where you can get only by train or by airplane. There is no roads. It's so far away from everything else. And you get there by taking this awesome train. It sounds amazing, looks amazing from what we've seen online, so we really want to do that as well. So it's not only US. Łukasz, w jakim miejscu na świecie chcielibyście zamieszkać, mając możliwość wyboru? Good question. Go.
Oh, I agree.
Ladies first.
In the whole entire world, considering that I have Sheridon and I wouldn't want to leave the United States, I would pick Colorado. I know we've talked about this a lot, and I already know where you're going to pick too.
It's not a secret, we talked about this many times. Colorado is still our #1, although I have to admit recently I am fascinated with the Pacific Northwest, and Oregon is really on my mind. I wish we could go to Oregon again and explore it more and see more, you know, whatever I see in the movies and read online and look at pictures, it calls me. Oregon is calling me. It wants me to go there. And
they just passed that healthcare thing.
They passed the healthcare thing. It looks like it's a, you know, healthier looking state, but there's a lot of nature and it's not as poisoned as some other places like Delaware. Delaware is so freaking poisoned. And also, I don't mind this type of, I mean, I love sunny days.
But doesn't Oregon have a lot of oil companies?
They do?
I think they do. I don't know. I know that there was a talk about offshore drilling and stuff.
I have to do more research about Oregon.
But I mean, it certainly looks very pristine.
But we did go to
Crater
Lake. We did go to Crater Lake and we did go to government camp in Oregon, and we have video from that lodge where they were shooting The Shining with
You have
Jack
so
Nicholson.
many more videos to edit.
Definitely not East Coast anymore. If we had a completely free hand right now, we'd be going west. Go west, life is peaceful there.
It's so...
I wasn't going to sing anymore.
I was going to say, I find that, so before you and I went west, I had never been out west until I went to Las Vegas, but that's that one specific area. But I'd mostly, for most of my adult life, never been west of Texas. And I feel that west of Texas is the most beautiful area of the United States. I had only been exposed to the East Coast, and then you go to the West Coast and you're like, oh my gosh, look at these mountains. It's just so beautiful. And
It's like a different planet.
yeah,
seriously.
it is. Utah is like exactly like a different planet.
Yeah.
I love the West.
All right, another question is, Blani, did you try learning Polish?
A little bit. I've learned a little tiny
Well, you
bit.
downloaded that app.
To jest.
Exactly.
To jest mug. To jest kawa.
Yes, very good.
So I know things like that. Vino, proszę bardzo, but I'm saying that incorrectly.
You're saying it correct enough.
And dzięki. And ziemniaczek, which is what I call you. And moja mąż. Mój mąż.
Very good. So you could communicate enough.
Potatoes and love.
If you go to Poland and you say proszę, daj mi wino, dziękuję, dzięki, that's it. Where do you get all your positive energy from? Where do you get all your positive energy from? I'm glad we are being perceived as positive on the vlog.
Coffee.
From coffee?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
You could
All
look
right,
at,
honestly, we answered this question already, and the freaking camera stopped recording, and I had this whole speech about, you know, we
say
both
it over again.
we were both talking about how you can treat every day in your life and concentrate on the positive side of it, or find the negative and focus on that.
You can
and
say
then,
what went right or what went wrong.
Yes.
And either way, you're going to find an answer.
So we had a whole speech about it that I was kind of quite serious, you know, but we're not going to repeat it. This was the gist of it. And I'm glad you guys are seeing us as positive. We did have that video yesterday that we just had to get off our chest. Other than that, I do think that, you know, we're keeping it light and on the brighter side. On
Well,
the
you
vlog.
also said things aren't always wonderful. I mean, we don't
Yeah.
have the most positive situation right now, but you can either dwell on that and be miserable, or
Yeah, let's face it. If there are reasons to get depressed, absolutely. You do have to try to find ways to make yourself feel better and make yourself feel happier every day. And if you do that with one day, then all of a sudden you've had a good week. And
I think we're very similar energies as far as that. And we both have the ability to,
imagine what it would be if we weren't similar.
oh my goodness. We both have the ability to compartmentalize the bad stuff and put it on a shelf and not even worry about it.
Yeah, we have, our shelves are bending under the weight of the bad
And
stuff right
we're
now.
just looking here, not looking at our shelves.
What area of PA are you from, Blani? Where are you from in PA?
I'm not from PA at all. And we live in Maryland, which is very close to PA, so we're very close to Philadelphia all the time. Maybe that's why they got this idea.
Yeah, we do like going to Philadelphia. We used to live in Philadelphia. I used to live in Philadelphia for almost 6 years. You joined me towards the end of it, and that's pretty much all we have to do with Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow is the day of donuts and other sweet things. How many and who is gonna eat this year?
Are we gonna go get donuts tomorrow?
We absolutely have to get donuts tomorrow. P.S. This is not over yet. If Blani eats 10 donuts, then I am going to draw a pencil portrait of her. This is
What?
my deal.
Okay.
That's what this person said.
10 donuts? I cannot eat 10 donuts.
Their name is Red. I'm not sure if it's a man or a woman. We came up with a plan that we're not going to tell you about, but Red, you have a deal. Keep watching to find out if it happens.
Okay.
I think what makes a video interesting initially is the title, and furthermore, you have to create a discussion. From what I have seen, you often state your or someone else's opinion and don't involve the viewers so much. Still love your video, keep up the good work. Greetings from a Pole living in Germany. We don't involve the viewer. I love involving the viewers. We're all about involving the viewers.
So here's how we can involve the viewers.
Go ahead.
we could ask them what they want us to do videos about.
That's number one. Go ahead, guys, comment underneath this. We're all
Or how
open.
can we involve you?
We're open to ideas, and how can we involve you more? I feel like we do ask questions quite often, and we're always open to comments. We respond to the comments as much as we can, as much as possible. But if you have any ways of involving yourselves into this show more, then please do let us know what else we can do. Well, Choco Bar, we're waiting to hear more from you. Tell us exactly what you meant.
Is this involving the viewer?
We're totally open to ideas, so please get back to us on this. Everybody else, thank you so much for watching. Smash subscribe. We're coming back tomorrow.
I forget how the rap starts.
Well, this is not the time to forget it. This is time to perform.
Okay, got it.